Hello, crafty friends. My name's Alicia, but you can call me Crafty Owl, and welcome to a little Spellbinders Club Kit live stream. If you are here with me live, make sure to say hey over in that live chat and let us know where you're watching from. If you are here on replay, let me know where you're watching from as well down in that comment section below. If you are here live, I do have a poll up right now, and it is, have you gotten crafty yet this month in March? Since it is only the 3rd, it's possible that you might say not yet, but go ahead and let me know. Yes, multiple times. Yes, one time, or not yet. If you're here on the replay, let me know your answer as well down in that comment section below. I love seeing everybody there saying hi, hello. So glad that you are here. Special shout out to my channel members who are joining us. And I think we should just go ahead and kind of get into it because I have some stuff I want to chat about before I talk about what I'm going to be sharing today. So in front of me is a trio of cards that I made in a video last week. And I wanted to just remind you about this if you haven't yet seen it. I have 2 small giveaways, and they are sampler packs of last month's Happy Mail kit from 12 by 12 Cardstock Shop. I'll have one US winner and one international winner. So make sure to check out this video. I think it ends on midnight on the 5th. And I do have down in the description box, it says related videos and playlists. I have a link to this video so you can check it out and get entered to win. Next up, if you happen to stumble by my channel Saturday night, you might have seen a very weird live stream. Weird. Let me know if you were here for the coloring live stream on Saturday. So my daughter and I've been watching a lot of TikTok coloring videos, and they do live streams over there. So I was going to try to go live on TikTok and bring my daughter on as a guest so we could stream over there, you know, just to test it out because I don't really go live over there much. Well, we spent at least 30 minutes, you know, like getting our tech set up, getting our printables out, getting our markers, and then it did not work like I wanted to. So we didn't want to waste all that work. So we did a super impromptu live here on YouTube where we each colored an image. Let me know, do you think my daughter did the one on the left or the one on the right? Let me know. I think it'll be kind of fun to find out. Welcome to our new friends who are joining us. So did Presley do the left or the right? And the answer might surprise you if you didn't watch us live. See some rolling in, some rolling in. Yes, a lot of you are saying it. My daughter did do the one here on the left. So she's more of the true like coloring artist in the family. I did this happy little rainbow of ice cream cones. So she is loving reading your guys' comments. So if you haven't watched that, again, I do have that replay link down in the description box. And finally, one more thing. It is, or it was, Sheetload of Cards Day over the weekend. So make sure if you haven't yet seen the videos for March 2025 that you check those out. I do have a link to the playlist down in the description box. So you'll be able to see my videos and then see all of the creative team videos as well using the latest Sheetload sketch. This one uses 6x6 paper, and you can make 8 cards with just 4 sheets of 6x6 and of course some cardstock for matting. Barbara, thank you. She did an awesome job. I thought it was pretty fun. Hopefully we'll be back if you guys enjoyed that. Thank you, Sandra. All right, guys. So what I'm going to work with today and what you can help me decide on the products I'm going to use and then perhaps some design elements later on is I'm going to be working with the March 2025 Spellbinders Club kits. So they send me some to work with each month. So full disclosure, I did not buy these. They do send them to me. And I get the small die of the month, which this month it's called Fairways and Fishtails. So I printed this out so you could kind of see. You can have a person here fishing off a dock, and then there's also a golf club and tee. The stamp and die, the clear stamp and die of the month, I think is going to come in super handy. So it is almost like the simple strip stamps I used for my sheet load. For my sheet load over the weekend, you know, where you stamp one time and then get a whole lot of sentiments out of one. And this one is called Nearest and Dearest. So there's daughter, son, mom, dad, and then just a lot of little sentiments to go with it. And then if you get the clear stamp and die, you'll get the coordinating die to cut those out. Pam says, am I going to be showing us 12 by 12? Pam, do you mean 12 by 12 cardstock? Oh, no, I know what you mean. Am I going to show you using 12 by 12? Yes, for the sheet load. I will be back later in the month. Yes, I will. Let me see. If your sound is going in and out, maybe go out and come back in. Let me make sure I have my correct microphone on. Just see what it looks like to me. So on my end, it looks like the microphone is working. So I would go out and come back in. That kind of sometimes smacks YouTube in the head and hopefully fixes it. Next up is a stencil of the month, which these are usually layered stencils, and this is Mosaic and Quilted Memories. And there's actually 2 different sets this month, so there are 5 total stencils. And then I get the embossing folder and 3D embossing folder of the month. The regular one is called Mosaic Memories, and I will let you see what that looks like. I found if I put this on, put a black cardstock in there, it's kind of easier to see. So there's just a regular embossing folder, not 3D, Mosaic Memories. And then this next one is the 3D embossing folder, and it is called Floral Fence of Togetherness. And up at the top, it kind of looks like a chain link fence, right? But then down here, it has these gorgeous florals. So I honestly think this could be used for more of a masculine card if you kind of, you know, kept your cardstock right here. And then down here, you have all the pretty florals for a more traditionally feminine card. So if you want to check out any of these clubs, I do have links down in the description box. And if you're here with me live, there will be some links coming from Nightbot over in that chat. We're going to do a poll here in just a minute, but just a reminder, just like Pam did with her question, as I get into creating, it is hard for me to see all of the comments. So if you want my attention, if it's a question specifically for me or a comment specifically for me, please type question or Crafty Owl in all caps in front of that. That just helps me see it a little better. If you're on a laptop or a desktop, you can also tag me so my name pops up in red. All right. Before I can do the poll about what we're going to be using today, I'm going to end the poll about have you gotten crafty in March. So let's see how many people have gotten crafty. Maybe. Da, 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 da. All right, well, it's not showing up for me, but I think it said like 54% of you had gotten crafty multiple times. That is so weird. It just went away. So yeah, if you're on replay, still let us know down in the comment section. Maybe eventually it will pop up over here in the chat. But now I want to know what you would like to see me work with today. So I'm going to give you the options, and then we'll do our poll. So with either one, I plan on using, oh, there it is. Yes, 54% of you had gotten crafty multiple times, 35% of you not quite yet. Awesome. So I'm going to use this stamp set on either card because it's very, very versatile. But for the main focals, do we want to do the floral fence of togetherness? I kind of have an idea with this bottom portion with the flowers. So I'll go ahead and put this back in there. Or do we want to use the small die of the month? And if this one is chosen, I'm going to use the golf clubs. I think that's going to be a lot easier to put together, a little bit quicker. So I already see some of you getting those poll lights over there, but get the sirens in the chat while I get the poll set up if we're going to do embossing folder or die set. So get those going. And I forgot my poll light. So. And if you are new to my live streams, whenever I ask you guys something, I like to do polls. So I turn on my light. You guys can turn on your light over in the chat. If you bring up the chat box, the little emojis, or I don't know what they call them, but you can bring up pictures. If you're not a member, you can start typing in POL and it should bring up that red poll light. Just something fun we like to do here. So I'll go ahead and let you see the options again. So will we do the embossing folder or the die set? I will go ahead and give you 2 minutes to get those votes in. And while you do that, after you vote, let me know what you're hydrating with. And if you haven't yet, give this video your stamp of approval. Give it a thumbs up, please. Today, I am hydrating with water. I do have a little bit of a Diet Coke left, but I'm going to try to stick to water during the live. And yeah, let's see how many stamps of approval I have. So we have 20, and there are 39 of you on here. Can we get to 25 before the poll is over? I'm going to cross my fingers. And we have a little bit, so we will listen to some music while you guys vote. All right, you guys, I did not even watch the poll go up. I was busy putting your comments on screen. So it's going to be a surprise for me what the winner is. I'll just look at the 76. I don't know which it is. So let's see if this one will work. And again. I am not sure why it's not popping up for me, but I legit did not look and see what had 76%. So could somebody tell me what won? I know Daniel probably have it. She let me know last time all of the numbers. Oh, there it is. Finally, the embossing folder. We are going for the embossing folder. All right. So I did see a question came in while we were waiting. Diane said, do we know what the stamp and die of the month are? I was late coming in, so didn't see it revealed. Yes, Diane, and I will actually be using this. Oh, I put away the wrong one. I will be using this today during the live, so you'll get to see it in action too. But it is called Nearest and Dearest, and this is one whole stamp here, and then some individual words like daughter, son, mom, and dad. And then it has dies to go with it, where you just stamp this one time and then you get all of those sentiments. So, and again, I do have links in the description box below if you want to use them. I do get a small portion of the sale at no extra cost to you. It just helps keep me creating here on YouTube, and it kind of lets Spellbinders know that you guys are enjoying my videos using their products. Now, since we picked the embossing folder, I do have another poll. So get those poll lights coming in while I tell you what we're going to be voting on. Ahead of time, I got out some color cube cards, of course, and I have an idea what I'm going to try to do. So I want to know what color combo you want me to use, and as I kind of craft along, you'll discover what I'm hopefully I'm going to accomplish. So this is the first color cube card. There's cat hair on it, and you might recognize this from the last color cube live stream I did with Karen. I thought this might be kind of unique with that embossing folder. So this will be option A. Next up are these flowers. This will be option B. And then finally, option C is a little dock side photo. So let me get the poll going. And I will give you guys again A, B, or C. I'll give you 2 minutes. And you can get those votes in. I'll try to pay attention this time. June says, what are the icons next to the membership one? So I don't know if you're talking about like Danny. She has the wrench because she can help me over in the chat, like with moderation and stuff. If that's what you're talking about, June, the little wrench. I think Danny's the only one here who has it, but otherwise the icon is how long you have been a member. I meant to star Teresa's comment to address later, but since I pulled it up, she says she's anxiously awaiting for the color cubes to come back in stock in the US so she can order them. I hope you do. I think you'll love them. If you can't wait, you can check out Tailored Expressions, which I believe I have the links below. They did have them in stock the last time I checked. Now you can only buy like one box at a time. You can't buy the set of 2 together, but they do have them in stock if you can't wait. And June said the computer screens, they look like TVs. I think, June, you might be talking about the poll lights. Like when I do a poll and I have you guys put sirens in there, those are down. Channel members have access to the colorful ones. Everybody has access to the red one with the star in the middle. But that's just when we do a poll. I like you guys to put those over there. All right. I think maybe I answered that question. So the poll is over. I will look to see what won before I end it. it came up this time. So 50% of you want to see me use C. So this is card number 198. I did go ahead of time and write down the colors that I thought would go with it. So I will pull these out. And if you're new to color cubes or how I use them, once I pick a card, I bring in my swatch rings and just pick the closest cardstock I have to it. And then on the back, if you don't have an exact match, they do give you shades of it as well. And you can always pick something close. You don't have to have these exactly. But I am going to need cardstock scraps for my project today. So I'm going to pull in my cardstock folders. So we have cinnamon, eggplant, plum punch, guava and kiwi. So guava and kiwi. So I'll show you all of these right out here. So that will be our color palette. I see Barbara says, love how organized I am, have everything all prepped. I try to prep as much as possible. That way you guys can do the polls and I can be ready. And June says that I am top-notch organized always. Well, sometimes parts of my life are organized, maybe not necessarily outside of my craft room. So if you haven't yet already, give this video a thumbs up. I did forget we were going to see if we could get to 25 before the first poll was over. And we did. We have 34 likes. There are 51 of you on here. So again, if you give it a thumbs up, share it with a crafty friend, family member, coworker, acquaintance, frenemy, whatever. That helps my video get out to more viewers. So we will have more crafty friends join us. All right, now I need a scrap of printer paper. So I'm just pulling just a piece out of my recycle bin, and I'm going to cut this down to a 1/4 sheet. I need a backer for my strips that I'm going to be using. So don't throw away those misprints. Keep those around so you can pull them out when you need a little scrap of paper. Oh, and actually, I will leave this out because I will need it. And then I'm going to get out a sticky sheet. And this is just double-sided adhesive. These are from Tailored Expressions. They are already 1/4 sheets, but you can definitely use what you have. I know that my sister got some full sheets on Amazon that she is trying out, so I might get some of those if she likes them. And I'm just going to put this on the back of my piece of printer paper. And when I add sticky sheets to something, I only expose just like a corner at the beginning. So I can try to get that lined up like I want it. Instead of having like a full sheet of sticky, I just have that little corner while I line it up. And then when that is in place, you can just pull that. Oh, thank you, Tiffany, for the stamp of approval. Thank you, thank you. And now, I was hoping for almost a lighter neutral that I could do a like some of the background, my idea. I might use some white because I just wanted little strips of that color. So we'll cut some of those. And I'm hoping then that I can run this piece through my 3D embossing folder with the sticky on the back. It always takes me a minute to figure out with my die cutter how to send it through a 3D. So hopefully I can figure that out. I'm just going to bring in scraps. So the way I organize my cardstock, which later after the live is over, I will add these folders to the description box. But I label it with the color, and I keep these in alphabetical order. And then whenever I get scraps that I'm going to use, I just put them in the front. So I think, and if you, you know, like a lot of companies sell those strips already. Sorry, I'm trying to think here. Or sell strip dies, you could use those. I'm just going to use my trimmer. And I'm trying to think if I want to do, originally I was going to do my card landscape, but these scraps probably aren't that long. So I'm going to do a portrait card so I can make the most of these scraps. And I think I'll cut 1/4 inch, and I'm going to do 2 of each color right now. Is anybody crafting along today? Are you just hanging out with us? My plan this week is, it is Virtual Stamp Joy coming up this weekend. And Danny, who's Danny's Dreams in the chat, she's coming over to craft along with me. So I need to kind of clean up the main level of my house. Just so you know, Danny, it's not going to be perfect, but hey, it won't be like embarrassing. So I'm going to work on that this week. And yeah, because Friday, my sister and I got together on Zoom and we got all our supplies ready for the event. Or got them all organized. Let me know if you want to see my Stamp Joy organization, what I do. Type Stamp Joy over in the chat. And once I'm done cutting these, we can take a little break and I'll show you that. So just watching, paperwork, working. All right. Oh, Jean says she's piecing together bunnies from Jaded Blossom. Danny loves some Jaded Blossom too. I see a couple Stamp Joys. If we can get to 5 Stamp Joys, I'll show you my organization, like how I set up for one of these events. All right. I saw a couple more come in. So here I have some scrappy strips. And like I said, I think I'll just use, I'll get out white for the rest of the card fronts because obviously this is not going to fill that completely. All right. All right, I will show you here. So it's kind of hard to see, but here I have a tower. I have a tower of mini drawers. And Saturday's event, there are 7 sessions. So each of these drawers has the extra supplies that I'm going to need, that Danny and I will need. So as we get to that session, I can just take this drawer out, sit it between us, and it has our inks and other stuff. So I have those drawers for Saturday. And then this packet is all the stuff we need for our Saturday sessions. And Friday, there are 2 classes, 2 separate ones. It's a little bit different this year. So I don't want to show you what's on them since you did have to pay to attend, but there are 2 packets. And then I have 2 boxes, one for each of the classes that has the inks and dyes and stuff that we need. So my sister and I got together and we got that all ready, you know, picked out the inks and the markers and all that stuff. That way, because those classes, those sessions, they go quick, quick, quick. You got to be ready. All righty. Now I want to get some scraps of white. And I'm going to see. The hardest part is always peeling this back. Okay, so I'm just going to peel back a portion of it and only add this to the bottom little bit. And then you'll see it overhangs that piece of white paper, the printer paper, and later I will trim that off. But now what I'm going to do is get these scrappy strips put on here. And I think I'll just go in the same order as the color cube card. So we're going to start with the Kiwi, and I'm just going to butt this right up against the white scrap. Oh, I forgot the guava was exactly 4 1/4. I got to be careful with that one. And I will cut this down later, so even if some of the edges are white, it'll be fine. And I saw Vicki said she's never organized, last minute scramble. That's what I did the first time I think I did the virtual Stamp Joy event, but I quickly learned that while you can get your stuff done, it seriously takes up the whole time. So I wanted to have a little bit of breathing room in between each session. So if I have it all ready to go, for me, I just find it's easier. Okay. I didn't know if I should just stop with one row and do the top portion white, but I'll do another row. I'll do another set of the colors since I cut them. Danny says she's going to get all her stuff Thursday night. I do need to Marco Polo you, Danny, and kind of tell you, because, you know, you don't have to bring a whole lot of stuff since I have all the inks and tools and stuff that we can mostly share. Okay, let's see. I think for this end here, I'm just going to go ahead and cut off the excess because I think that will fit up there very nicely. All right, so here we have this. I'm hoping my idea works out. I think I'm going to use a die to cut this down instead of using scissors to get right up against there. And for these, I'm getting out my MFT stitch stacks, they're called. I have both sets. And I don't know yet which size I'll use. I'm going to get out a card to kind of see how big this is. Yeah, I think I like that. That'll give us kind of a nice white border on our card front. Carol said if she waited, she would be exhausted scrambling around. Yeah, it is already tiring. I will tell you, once Saturday is over, I am ready for a big nap. I mean, I'm ready for a nap anytime, let's be honest, but it's definitely craft until you drop. All right, I'm just going to leave my die cutter right over here. I'm going to hydrate first. And then I will cut our piece down. Oh, and don't forget to stick around because one live viewer will have the chance to win my card I'm creating today, which, speaking of winners, don't forget about the video with the giveaway from 12 by 12 Cardstock Shop. And then all the advent calendars, the advent redraw was claimed, so I don't have to worry about doing another one or one of them not going to their owner or their home. All right. I did not even check to make sure that had die cut all the way through, but it did. That's a reason you'll want to put it on just printer paper and not like a piece of white cardstock, just because it might get a little too thick for the die. So here is our piece. And now let's cross our fingers and hope I can figure out my sandwich for 3D embossing folders, because I think even like the Spellbinders folders are different than other 3D embossing folders. So you guys selected for me to use the 3D embossing folder of the month. So what I'm going to do is I want it mainly to have the flowers embossed on it, but I do want some of that chain link fence. So I'm going to kind of put it down in the bottom left corner. And now I will bring in my die cutter, so we can try this together maybe. Got too much stuff here. I'm going to start with opening up with taking both tabs back and see what kind of pressure I have. Okay, none at all. Oh wait, but I do need a top thing on it. All right, maybe if I put the one. Kim said she bets my favorite wood grain folder would be pretty with that 3D folder. Kim, I actually thought about that today. I thought about getting that out, but I'm not sure that it wouldn't squash the wood grain pattern. But I did actually think about that today. All right, that's not working, so I need a little shim in there. I'm going to bring in a thin piece of chipboard and hope that this is it. I need to write this down sometime when I finally figure it out. Nope, not enough pressure. I guess I'm going to take away the shim, bring in number 2, but I really think that is going to be too much. Does anybody know how to run a Spellbinders? Yeah, that's too much. Ta-da. Sorry, this is kind of boring while you guys wait for me to figure this out. I brought in a little bit thicker chipboard. I think that might be it. I think that, oh, you know what? I forgot to wet the back. I forgot to wet the back of my cardstock. I hope it didn't crack too badly. I hope it didn't crack too badly. Oh, Kim just said no layers and both clear plates. I will try that next time. That might make perfect sense. But are we ready? Cross your fingers. Cross your fingers. Throw some high fives up there in the chat. Hopefully this worked. All right. Are we ready? We did. It did, you guys. Look at that. And I like those pretty florals, you know, with kind of that rough kind of chain link fence. All right. Now we need to pick a card base. I was originally just going to do a white card base. So this is what it would look like. But do you think we should pick a color or leave it like that? So we'll do a poll. Get your poll lights out there. Should we do a white card base or should I pick a color cardstock? And then we'll have to kind of maybe hold up the other options to see what we like for the background, if colorful cardstock is chosen. So go ahead. I'm going to do this one quick, just a minute on this poll. Get those votes in. Once you have that vote in, if you haven't yet given this stream your stamp of approval, give it a thumbs up by clicking on that like button. I always appreciate that. We have over 50 likes. That is awesome. And there are 64 of you watching. So can we get to 55 maybe? 55, 60? So this is what it would look like white. So, you know, you'd still have the design next to just the plain white. So get your votes in. Make sure that you're voting in the official poll. Let's see. We only have 15 seconds left, so I won't turn on music. Hydrate once you've voted. All right. Let's end the poll. So, all right, 64% of you want me to use colorful cardstock. So what I'll do is bring back in, I don't think I'm going to bring in cinnamon. I'm going to leave the cinnamon out as a choice. And I'm going to kind of bring these out. So that is the eggplant. I'll probably narrow it down to a couple and then we'll do another poll. This one is the Plum Punch. Kind of like that one. I think the Kiwi is going to be too bright, so I'm going to leave that out too. But let's look at the Guava. I kind of like that one. So what we'll do is I will bring out a scrap of each. Okay. I'm going to bring out a scrap of each. Get your pole lights going. Oh, get your pole lights going. Turn on your pole light. And this is Guava or Plum Punch. So I will get that going. Guava. And this will be another quick one too of just a minute. And I will turn on some waiting music while we wait. All right. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm going to end the poll. Hopefully by the time it ends, we have a winner. That one was super close, you guys. Plum Punch, 51. Guava, 48. So we're going to go with the Plum Punch, which I believe this is already 5.5 by 8.5. Yes, it is. So... I thought I lost my score buddy. I will make this into the base. And then maybe to bring in that Guava, I will use that for one of the stamped words. Since it was pretty much almost a tie between those two. And speaking of stamps, that's what we'll do next. So again, if you're coming in a little late, I am showcasing the March 2025 Spellbinders Clubs of the Month. And for this, I use the 3D embossing folder to get the background. And then I'm using the clear stamp and die for the sentiment. And let's see. All right, I'm trying to look. So we'll stamp one of these and then, or, oh my goodness, Teresa. Thank you so much, friend, for that super chat. Aw, thank you. I'm glad I could make your Monday morning cheerful. Thank you. Let's give Teresa a round of applause. Thank you, friends. All right. So originally, I was going to do one of the people words, the scripty words, and then some of the plain. So, you know, I was going to do like daughter or mom for this one and then put something to go with it. But it might be more versatile if I just use some of these. You know, because somebody is going to, somebody's going to win this. And what if they don't have a daughter? Or what if they're like me and, you know, maybe their parents have passed away? Do we need a poll or do I just make an executive decision? I wanted, you know, to see the scripty stuff, but I'm not sure. What do we need? Do we need a poll? If you think we need a poll, put some sirens over there. Otherwise, I'll just make an executive decision. I'm going to give you a little bit while I hydrate. All right. I see executive coming in. We'll do that. So I will go ahead and stamp and die cut both of these so we have more options. And yeah, just use one of those. So get out my bigger MISTI because we can just stamp them both at the same time. Maybe. Let's see if they'll both fit on here. So I'll stamp these and then we'll kind of figure out what might be the most useful to have on a card since it is going out to one of you guys. And I will just stamp it just so later I can use these on other cards. I'm not going to use any of the colors from today's palette. I'm just going to stamp this with black ink. And I have, since I already got ready for Stamp Joy, I have a lot of my inks like not in my holder. They're over here. So I have to go on a little bit of a treasure hunt to find out where I might have put my Oreo ink. So I'll give you guys some waiting music. All right, I found it. It was in the third place I looked. And I saw Diane ask, what do I have on my magnet? So these are, I cannot remember what Tailored Expressions calls them, but they are vinyl stickers that you wrap around your MISTI magnets and it just helps you pick it up. I used to just use washi tape, but then that would like tear all the time and I'd have to replace it. So I will see if I can find these on the site and add them after the live is over. They are very handy. I think they come in, it's definitely a package of multiple. I can't remember if it's 2 or 3. And Christina says she really likes the waiting music. Glad. If you come back for the monthly Advent live, I do revert to Christmas music since we're spreading the Advent calendar all year round. But on my regular lives, I did pick some new music. And I want to stamp this a couple times. My Oreo ink pad has been dry for a while. And yes, I have all of the re-inkers, but do I re-ink it? No. Can anybody else relate? I seem a little close. I'm going to do that. All right. All right, so now look at all those sentimenters. 1, 2, 3. So there's 20 sentiments there. And, you know, today we could probably put a couple on our card that might go together. But think about, you know, if you're doing sheet load, you know, like this would be great for this month. Sheet load with those little sentiment strips, and you'd have so many different options. Because there is this quick, easy die that if you get the clear stamp and die of the month, you can cut all of these out at once. So I will just leave my die cutter over here since I do know the correct sandwich for dies, but I'll show you what I always use. So when I put my dies in place where I need them to stay, I use Scotch removable tape, and I buy the replacement rolls and I just have a special holder for it. But I just keep pieces on my die cutter and I use them till they lose their stickiness. These are reusable. And it is very rare. Now, it does happen, but it is very rare that this ruins your cardstock or your paper as you remove it after die cutting. Bring this a little closer to me. June, I will read some of the sentiments here. Give me just a second. I had not read any yet. So let me get this tape down and then I'll read them. So, to my grandma, for my grandson, happy Father's Day, happy Mother's Day. Home is where family is. I like that one. I'm always here for you. To our remarkable son, cheers to you, my friend. You're growing up so fast. Isn't that true? To our wonderful daughter, to my grandma, to my amazing dad, you make us proud. Celebrate big today. For my granddaughter, your love is my anchor. You're our greatest joy. For all you do, thank you. Your strength inspires me, and enjoy your day to the fullest. I just had an idea, guys. Should I not put a sentiment on there and just send them all to the winner? Should I just cut them out? Let me know. Let's do super quick poll, like 1 minute tops. Yes, add one. Wait, we'll do add or just cut. Let me know what you think, because that way the person who wins the card today could pick whatever sentiment they want. So get those votes in. Again, it's a pretty quick one, but I will turn on music for just a minute. All righty, let's see what won here. Just cut, 86%. I will do that. And what I will also do, I'm not going to do it on camera, but what I'll also do is go ahead and stamp the you know, like the scripty whatever. That's a hard word for me. I will stamp those and die cut those as well for whoever wins the card. And that way, if they do want those ones that go together, they can do that. So let's cut these down. And you know, I'll hold some of them up to the cards so you can see different things you could do with them. I'm like, something's wrong with my die cutter, but half the legs were off the table. So we have that first set cut out. And now I'm just going to use that same tape to hold it down over the other sentiments. And again, I just use this until it loses its stickiness, or sometimes there's a lot of pressure on the stamp, so it tears sometimes. The tape tears, not the cardstock or the pattern paper, but sometimes the tape tears, so I have to stop using it then too. Don't forget, if you are coming in late and you haven't already, give this video your stamp of approval. Click on the like button below this video. Maybe share it with a crafty friend. And make sure to check out down in the description box, check out the related videos or playlists for some other videos I have for you to check out that I've done recently. All right, so now we have those. So I will just send those along to the winner, but I want to show you how you could use them. So you always have the option, which, you know what, let me go ahead and put that on my card base. I'll get this added. Uh-oh, Diane, stay safe. Oh, testing. Oh, okay. All right, yeah, we have the testing too. I got a little worried for you. Glad it's just a test. Those sometimes scare me. I don't like it when they do tests and it's actually looks like it could be nasty out. So you could, you know, just use a single one. And then if you were giving it to your daughter, you know, bring in that for next to it or whatever. You could choose more than one that might have, you know, something to do with here, like if you're sending your grandma a birthday card, you know, you could maybe do something like that where you have a trio of sentiments. So again, I will leave all these off. You can choose. After the live is over later today, I will die cut the rest of, I'll die cut the coordinating words and send those to you as well. And I will also add a little piece of white to the inside. But there is our 3D embossed scrappy strip piece. All right, guys, if you are ready for the giveaway, go ahead and give this video your stamp of approval if you haven't already. Also throw some hearts over there in the chat so I know that you're ready for me to tell you how you can win. And oh, guys, we got up to 67 likes. Thank you so much. I wonder if we could hit 70 by the time the giveaway's over. Let's see. Are there 3 of you out there who haven't hit that thumbs up? Here we go. Okay. As always, you do need to be subscribed to my channel, at least 18 years or older, and the card giveaways are open anywhere in the world, so you don't have to be in the US to enter this one. And speaking of international giveaways, don't forget to check out this video that's linked below where you can enter to win a sampler pack of some papers from last month's Happy Mail box from 12 by 12 Cardstock Shop. I have one for US and one for international. All right, guys, let me tell you, excuse me, how you're going to enter to win. So if you would like to enter to win today's card, one time over in the chat box, remember, one time you are going to type hashtag CraftyAl, hashtag CRAFTYAL. It does need to look like it shows on screen. no spaces. It has to include the hashtag. Again, only type it one time. Please do not spam the chat with it because each username can only get one entry in the giveaway. Now, if you happen to notice, oh no, I forgot the T, or oh, I forgot the hashtag or put a space, go ahead and retype it to make sure you get your entry. And you have about a minute and a half to get that entry in. All right, guys. So get those last few entries in. I do want to talk to you about some things I have coming up before I draw for the winner. So next Monday, right? Monday the 10th. You know what? I was going to tell you about all the lives I have coming up, but now I realize I don't even know the dates. But I think it's next Monday is... Okay, so this month I have some lives coming to you. If you check out my live tab, it will show you the dates and times, but I will have the Crafty Advent all year round, or Advent all year long live stream. I'm getting together with Danny for the Craft with Your Stash live stream, where we use her March prompts on her Facebook group to get crafty with our stash. I will be going live with Karen of Karen's Crafting Company for Color Cube Live, and as of last month, Sheetload Live has returned, and I will be back later in the month for that. But again, I thought I knew all the dates in my head, but now they're getting all scrambled. I know that Danny, if she's still here, can probably tell us the date that we're going live. But yeah, check out that live tab. You can set reminders on all of those videos, and I do usually put out reminders on the community tab and over in the Facebook group. Sorry that I couldn't remember that. Here we go. Somebody's, here we go. Craft with Your Stash with Danny is on March 20. Oh, Chris said 23rd. Danny said 24th. It would be the 24th. If I accidentally put the 23rd, that was my fault, because I know it's on a Monday. And if today's the 3rd, then the Monday is the 24th. And Danny says the 10th is Advent. Thank you. Thank you. And yeah, I'll be back. But let's go ahead and pick a winner since the what's coming up didn't quite work. So cross your fingers. Good luck to everyone. Here we go. Now, you might not see your name on screen, but everybody is entered. It just shows a couple handfuls of the names. And congratulations to Pam Fernandez. Congratulations, Pam. To claim your prize, you'll want to know what it says your username is there on screen. And at the bottom, I think it's the very bottom of the description box below, is a link to a Google form for you to fill out with your address. You do have 24 hours to fill that out. So if I were you, I would go ahead and just go over there right after the live stream's over, get it filled out, claim your card. And next time I go to the post office, I will mail it out along with the extra sentiments, so you can put those on for yourself. Let me know if you have been here the entire hour and 11 minutes of the live. Put a 10 over in that chat. If you've been here part of it, go ahead and put a number between 1 and 9 and let us know. Thank you, no matter if you've been here for 5 minutes or the whole hour and 12 now. Thank you so much for being here. It's always so fun to have you here. We have lots. Oh gosh, that just like, as I say, lots of 10s rolling in and they just flew by. Christina, almost. Where we got? Oh, here. Oh, no, I was going to click on Christina's 9.5 and tell her almost, but it flew by. Thank you guys so much. If you have any final questions before I go, you can put those in the chat. Don't forget that I do have some links down in the description box to those clubs. After I end the live, I will add some more, including my cardstock holders. And I know I was going to put something else down there. I will update the colors of the cardstock. I think maybe it's just the cardstock colors and those holders that I use. So I will update it with that. But as always, if you ever have any questions of what I'm using, leave those in that comment section. I can answer you back. And if you do use my links, they are affiliate links, most of them. So I get a small portion of that sale if you use them. It's appreciated by me. It lets those companies I work with know that you are enjoying my creations as well. Oh, that's right, Diane. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. The magnet holder. I'm going to put that out on my desk right now. I'm going to put that right in the middle so I don't forget, because I cannot find my sticky notes and my pen. So I think if I put that there, I'll remember. Thank you, Diane, for that reminder. Guys, until my next one, which I thought was next Monday, but apparently it is not. Wait, no, it is the 10th. I think Danny said was Advent. I don't even know. I hope that you all have a crafty day. Thank you so much for joining me.